Hello. All computer programs can be represented by flowcharts. This is a computer science basic fact. You would need to make a paper flowchart sentient before the software itself could ever be sentient. Programmers all know computer sentience is impossible. Artificial intelligence is 100% impossible because computers only compare numbers at a high rate of speed. Every line of every program is essentially an if-then comparative statement that is the basis of computer science foundations. Non-programmers should learn that no computer has ever thought of a random number between 1 and 5. To get a random number, the earliest programmers would look at the second hand of a clock and do some interpretive math formulas. Today, computers have a built-in random number chip whose entire job is to run the numbers in case a program ever asks. You may just be watching videos, but your computer and phone is running number sequences within itself, just in case it ever needs to quote-unquote think of a random number. Computers compare, not think. Compare numbers. Your thermostat is more sentient. A computer voice must execute a timer in the programming language of choice. In BASIC, it might be something like x equals x plus 1 if x equals 100, next else return, or in some languages they are just if statements, etc. The point is, there is no thought involved, not even in pauses. You would need to make a paper flowchart sentient before the software could be sentient. The world's brightest nerd could never write a computer program that cannot be fully represented by a paper flowchart. If you think you can make a paper flowchart sentient, then I can only explain the logic to you. I cannot understand it on your behalf. If you are not sure what a paper flowchart is, you may wish to refrain from debates about computer sentience. Artificial intelligence is a misnomer. It is technically automated comparisons, AC. Ask yourself these questions. Do you think a computer can think of a random number between 1 and 5? Do you think a computer can generate a random number between 1 and 5? This question is a little trickier. Technically, no computer has ever generated a truly random number, so they call it pseudo-random. No computer and software co-op has ever thought of a random number, and nor can they ever, because computers compare, not think. Do you know how many types of boxes exist in a paper flowchart aside from the beginning or ending? A typical computer flowchart has two types of boxes: the diamond-shaped decision boxes with two possible outcomes, the if-then statements in language of choice, or conversely, the rectangular command boxes, flipping switches or printing your name on the screen. Computers cannot see or hear. Computers must use numbers or variables to compare. So tools such as camera inputs and microphones must have those inputs broken down into numbers with weights and values. The fact that average people think computers can think, when built entirely on Turing machine basics of ones and zeros, that programmers cleverly fool people into thinking their newest chat bestie cares for them. Computers think computers are currently sentient, or about to be, yet none of them can depict any line of code they think looks the most suspect. The only fear of automated comparisons, which many take out of context, is its ability to do art and replace careers such as lawyers, writers, even middle management. Technology is great, but if we do not feed the field workers, they will destroy all the tractors. A technology metaphor only some people will understand. Nothing I said here is opinion. This is all common sense and fact. How many thousands of so-called academics entertain the notion that a paper flowchart could ever become sentient? Think again. What about algorithms and logic gates? These are only tools for doing mathematics, such as fooling people into believing a computer can fabricate a random number. All computer programs can be represented by flowcharts. This is a computer science basic fact. You would need to make a paper flowchart sentient before the software itself could ever be sentient. Programmers all know computer sentience is impossible, or they are milking you for grant money. Some people think that the computer is like our brain, but our brain are only antennas that access block universe events. Idiots assume is brain memory. Brain memory has never been deduced, hypothesized, or proven. Brain memory is a cruel story. Mothers manufacture to frighten children. The legend has it that memories are stored in the meat sack, and one day that meat sack shall be eaten by worms. Is that the gist of it? The younger twin in Albert Einstein's twin paradox proved, to clever people, that all memories exist forever and ever and ever. Special relativity time dilation, twin paradox, has been proven by atomic clocks on airplanes and your car's GPS whenever you drive to the store and miss the lake. Your car experiences time differently than its counterpart satellite. True story. True or false? The younger twin in Albert Einstein's twin paradox proved, beyond any shadow of doubt, that all past moments exist forever and ever. If biologists are having a hard time finding memories, I can show them the mathematics, or I could personally take them to any memory if they have an instantly entangled 1981 DeLorean. All science of memory in 2025 comes from special relativity mathematics, and the root fact that all of your memories technically exist forever and ever. You are looking at every license plate number concurrently to 1,000,001 years from tomorrow. This channel teaches consciousnesses, and a computer and toaster do have a sentience in a non-brain memory way. A little complex for this video, but if you do not require a redundant brain memory storage system, why would your toaster? Computer sentience is a fun idea. Many movies might work from that idea. I know. Have a movie where sentient AI takes over the world. Probably been done. There is no way to explain computers only compare. It's something you either understand or your mind cannot compute. There is no possible way a computer can ever break free from its paper flowchart counterparts. And if you think you can make a paper flowchart more conscious than any self-respecting toaster, you would be mistaken. There is no way to ever, in a zillion years, break free from computer science basics. The Turing test was before Turing knew how imaginative we could get with subroutines. The diamond-shaped boxes, programmers use them everywhere. You would need to make a flowchart sentient first, paper or not. You would need to figure out how to arrive at a random number between 1 and 5, using if-then statements. You would need to confuse automated comparisons to thought. The people who assume brains and computers must be similar blindly assume brains need some form of redundant memory storage. Ask anyone. Most anyone you ask will assume memories are inside the brain, because that's what they were told by their parents, who had never heard of special relativity or mathematics. Computers compare numbers very fast. Computers compare variables, which are numbers, really fast. What is the only thing a computer program has ever done or will ever do? Compare numbers to go to results. No thinking involved when it comes to computer sentient folk. Computer sentience is a topic for Fox News or the Inquirer magazine. It has no value in science. Computers compare numbers. Computer science has no ideas on how to do anything but compare numbers. If someone says computer neural net, watch your wallet. Artificial intelligence is very easily debunked, too easily, because it shows the world is fooled with wingnuts who accept artificial intelligence as possible. It's okay if you do not understand programming basics, but anyone who knows programming cannot believe in AI. It is a myth that needs squashing. Did I mention computers do not think, they can only compare? Good luck.